everybody, it's Julie, and I'm here with the final walkthrough of the 1800s Ladies Junk Journal, start to done, and we are done. So I used a repurposed book that I bought at the library for $1 in their book sale. And I was able to use the book in the way that it came. I did a sort of a rounded spine only because this is just a one signature book and I wanted it to be smaller. So I've added a bead dangle that I made using broken jewelry and this charm that says courage. I added one of the roses similar to what's on the cover, just so that it would all kind of tie together. I used a piece of crocheted trim on the edge here on the spine, and then I added one of these, I think it's called a hitch fastener, and used the garment hook to hold the charm. Okay, and so the cover is a variety of lace. I had some ribbon roses ribbon, and so I cut those off and used them on the cover as well as the little ones. I had this wired ribbon that I had purchased, and so I've used it throughout the book. This is a vintage ornament, and I attached it to the cover as well. I've used a downloadable printable file from Lindsay Sonor's Nevermore Creations 17 Etsy shop. And so you'll find those throughout the book. I did use one of my postcards from the Romantic Valentine postcards. And then this is a washi tape, and I just used it to help frame it. I added some of this ribbon yarn to frame it as well. Here's a piece of the lace tablecloth, another piece of the lace, and then down here I have a necklace, a repurposed necklace with her name on it. And so I had that in my stash, and I thought, wow, what a perfect time to use it. So I've gone ahead, and the closure is eyelets. I punched the hole with my crocodile and then set the eyelets there, and then I've just used a double set of this wired ribbon as the closure. So you open it up, and I have a pocket here with lace sewn on the front of the pocket, so it actually becomes two. I've put a Believe tag in this first pocket. I've decorated with a tag with a paper ribbon and a piece of this ribbon all folded up. Inside the back pocket, I have an embossed tag, a pink and white coffee dyed index card, and a tag made out of the scrapbook paper that I used for the inside here. So I just cut the inside papers. I did bind the book with a material binding, so to give it some extra strength. And yeah, so that is how I did the inside cover. Our first page here has a beautiful picture of a cottage and two of the girls, or the ladies, from the Fashionista magazine from Nevermore Creations 17. This one I actually fussy cut it, and there is room on the side here to put a tag. And you know what? I had an extra tag. So if I find it, I'll come back. Oh, I did find it right there. Come back and put it right there. Okay. So, and then on the side here, I've used the Martha Stewart border punch because when I had this, it was sticking out way too far. So, but with the border punch, I was able to bring it in a little. I've added this gold tag on an eyelet with a pearl. And the saying says, "What will you do in the future years? No one but you can decide. However growing your hopes and dreams, however worthy your pride, life has a challenge she offers you. Time is a precious thing. Meet each tomorrow with hands outstretched. Accept what each new day will bring." Garnet and Schultz. And this book has a specific reason that it's being made, and this quote I believe will work really well for her with that. So this is the other side of the cottage paper, and it's actually from a journal that I had. And it has some images in it that just really matched the theme. So we have a coffee dyed doily, one of my charger plate embossed pages, and I've gone ahead and sewed a piece of ribbon here for decoration. Here's the other side, and it has a pocket that I've made out of some paper from the Theodosin Square paper pad that I got at Hobby Lobby. So it's a thinner paper, but I like it. So here's another one of the cards from the collection from Nevermore Creations. And then I also added this note paper. And she can go ahead and write on this, or she can pull the things out and use them somewhere else if she'd like. So here's one of the girls. This card I actually, I cut in half, and I used one half here, and I made it a tuck spot. And I used the other half on the other side, and I just glued this one down. So this is some really pretty stationery that I had, and I thought it matched as well. Here we have a belly band made out of paper lace and a couple of pages behind it. It is on the scrapbook page, and then here there's lace to the outside, and I've added a bead dangle here to the outside edge. Here's the other side. Scrapbook paper. Here we have an envelope that had decorations on it, and then I added a collage to it as well. And then I've cut the edge of the envelope, and I punched with my 1-inch hole punch. Punched half a hole here and half a hole here. So depending on what side you're coming in from, you're able to get the inside out, the card from inside out. I do this, I don't punch through, because it's easier to put the things back inside when you only punch on one side. So we have a little coffee dyed note here, and here's some of the wrapping paper. This is also from the wrapping paper, and I have sewn it onto a pink index card to give her some journaling space. Okay, and she could also put other things into this envelope. The pockets in the envelopes are ready for her to put other mementos in from this journey. So here is a coffee dyed great paper, and then I've done some stenciling to the edge. And here's the other side, and I just stenciled a little bit down here. Here's a piece of the vellum from the Tim Holtz, wallflower collection. And I love this vellum. Oh my gosh, I just love it. So I have it here. I've taken this picture. This was in a picture frame that I bought. And I've just stitched it onto some one of the pink file folders that I have. And then I've This is the first of the 3 side tabs. It's a paper ribbon with lace, and the lace is through onto the other side. Down here we have a corner tuck, and I've covered some note paper with the wrapping paper, and I like this because it said May 20th, 1884. So it was from the right time period. So we have the note paper is coffee dyed with a lace doily. So it has the, oh, what do they call that? Anyway, the impression of the doily is on the coffee dyed paper and a piece of washi tape. So I've glued this down onto the vellum and made it into a pocket so you don't lose any space. You're able to write here and still have pretty. Okay, so this is the other side, and you can see the stitching from that I had stitched around. And what I did here was I have added music paper, a page of music paper, and I wanted it to be in here in the right, so that the music staff was horizontal. So I've attached it to the vellum part of the page, and that became a little tuck, inside border tuck. So I have the card Restore in here and another little note paper, and then there's a little tiny tag in here as well. So this is the flap of the decorated envelope, and I sewed it onto this paper here so that it would become a tuck space. There's room to write behind it, and then we have the pretty little note paper as well. This is the other side, and it's just a really pretty, it was typing paper or stationery that you get. I got it like at Staples or Office Depot. Big, huge thing of it. I think I got it on clearance probably. And really pretty. I'm down to almost the end of it. But I did coffee dye it, and it's in here. And it's also, I did stencil at the top and the bottom on this one, knowing that something would be in here. And so just top and bottom. Okay, so next we have one of the Victorian cards, the collage card, and I have added one of Lindsay's cards on top, and then you open it up, and it was very white, so I stressed it with the Tim Holtz Antique Linen, Distress ink. I added a little coin envelope here that she can put something in, and added it in with this little paper clip. It stenciled the fan down here, and the washi tape. I did the washi tape to look like a frame, sort of here. So this is the center of the signature, and I've gone ahead and I've added some little hearts to the strings. I've made a side border tuck here out of one of those journal papers, so there's room to write here, and then you can open it and there's more room to write inside. We also have a little some more journaling space there. So this page is also from the Theodosian Square paper, and it has the 3 ladies from the 1800s. Okay, this one is a pocket, and it has a card. And what I did was, when I printed this, it came out, and it's very light at the edges. So I went ahead and printed it on a big, or I cut out the card bigger than the little card that it was. Then I just sewed this bow on with some of the metallic crochet thread. Okay, so this page here, this backing, was the front page or the back page of the original book, of the pink book. And this page was the front or back, and this one I just sewed around it to make the pocket. And then I added a tab for the center tab. Here we have an over-the-top tuck, and it's another one of Lindsay's cards. I've sewn it on and attached it with some lace at the top and sewn it to a couple of cards. And so this just lays over, and that way the lace comes up out of the top, and there we go. So this side is what you see, the tag. This is the back of the envelope, and I stenciled it. Here's the envelope, and inside are just a couple of note cards. And you can see that the envelope is really pretty with that print that matches the stationery. Okay, next we have the music paper, and I've used the Martha Stewart punch on the music paper because it was at one point it was sticking out. Then I changed it so it was fine, but I folded it up so there's a pocket here on the bottom, and it is sewn in with our third tab, the lace and the paper ribbon. And then it is also, one of Lindsay's cards is glued on here in a backwards L shape. So now we have a tuck here in front of the pocket, and we also have a pocket that is holding a little tag made out of scrapbook paper, and it's actually from a scrap of the scrapbook paper, and then one of these pretty pink notes. So she can write on the music paper, she can write on the note paper. There's lots of places to write on this one. There we go. Oh, that's why. The tag also helps the pink paper to go into the pocket. The next page is the back of the music paper. And then we have another one of Lindsay's cards, and I've used a different paper lace to make a side tuck here. It has a pink note and a lavender with pink ribbon tag here. And I went ahead and came off the edge with the paper lace here, and then I cut along the paper lace to make it look like it's supposed to be like that. Okay, so, and this was the other side. This is the vellum. And then on this side, I've made a flip up using a piece of the tablecloth, the coffee dyed tablecloth. This is a piece of the scrap of the scrapbook paper that was left, and it has the children. I added the ribbon and some paper lace here, and then this flips up, and there is a couple of places to write for this page. So, and then down at the bottom there is a bead dangle, and it just hangs from the tablecloth. This is some coffee dyed paper. It actually was dyed on a grate, and so you get that diamond effect. Then I also stenciled the side. Here's the other side of that envelope. I've attached the family portrait here, and stenciled a fan here. Added some of the vellum that was left over, and a tag. So, and then the tag has some of the pretty pink ribbon. It hangs out up there. Okay, so next we have one of my butterfly lace pieces. These were a really big piece of lace, and I've used other pieces of it for other projects, and now I have this stack of the butterflies left, and they make a really nice side pocket with the lace that sticks out on the side and the bottom. I've added a little bead here, one of the little bead things. And here's another card from Lindsay's collection. I cut this one also because it was so faint. I cut it a little bigger. And then I have a Project Life card that says just some notes and some more note paper. It's all been coffee dyed. Okay, so this is the other side of the scrapbook page, and this is another one of Lindsay's cards, and I've cut this one, and then I've attached it into the book by gluing it in a backwards L shape, and I've added an index card and this tag that's coffee dyed. Looks like it's been run over and looks like it's really old. Okay, so here's the other side of the stationery, and there's the girls they're the ladies you saw earlier, and then I also stenciled the fan up there. Here is another pocket, and it has one of the Theodosian square ladies. Here's another one of the cards from Lindsay Zenor from her Nevermore Creation 17 Etsy shop. And a really old tag. This one is not coffee dyed. That's its natural. It is that old. And then a vintage envelope that you can see where it was stacked on top of each other in the thing. It's white where the adhesive would be. But I just put this in here to give her a place to put something that she might want to save. And I've added a paper ribbon here made out of vellum. Okay. And then we turn the page, and there's Loretta. And I'm gonna probably have to sew Loretta in because it doesn't look like she wants to stay. Loretta is one of the cards from my Romantic Valentine postcard collection that I have in Etsy in the printable download, or digital printable. And it's attached to the charger plate, the embossed charger plate page. We have the other side of the coffee dyed doily, some more journal space, and here we have the backyard of the cottage. So, and then this is the back page. So there you go. This is the 1800s ladies junk journal, start to done. It is done, and it is ready to get put in the mail to Catherine. I hope she enjoys this. I hope it does exactly what she wanted it to do. I'm really happy with it. I love the way that it turned out. What was your favorite thing in this book? Your favorite page, or your favorite item, or your favorite idea? Something that you've never seen done before? Something that you're going to try? I would love to know all of that. So this is Dear Julie Julie. I hope you have a great day. If you have any comments or questions, put them down below. Find something to celebrate every day. Don't forget to subscribe and have an amazing day. Bye!